Hello, dear viewer. You may remember a couple of weeks ago, I had a go at counting cows with countthings.com. And to be honest, it wasn't very successful and I sort of had given up on it. But Vlad reached out. He called me. He reached out from count.com and said they'd improve the algorithms and things would get better. And that impressed me no end. They don't know me from a bar of soap. So I was very impressed to get that call. So Vlad, you've taken some time out this morning to explain to me what changes have been made. Perhaps you can take me by the hand through how the cow counting algorithm works now.
Hi Gary, yes, sure. So the idea is that we are using the latest technology in machine learning. So we are working by examples. If we have enough images from our customers, we'll be able to train our system in order to work very well. In your images, basically, we are trying to work with images from above to be perpendicular on the cows. This is the most successful images that we can count with very high accuracy. Most of our clients are using drones, like to count in the field or where they are using in the pens in order to keep track of all their livestock. So if you want, we can start.
Yes, show me the difference.
Okay, so let's start with some images that you send it, and then we'll work also with images that we have. So I'm just opening an image with the cows here. I will just press count.
This is always where you hope demonstrations actually work, isn't it?
Yes, we are hoping to work, but anything that we are doing, it's also if it's not 100% accurate at some point, it can be very easy correctly. For that, I choose some images that it shows also this process, because this type always can be something unexpected that can miss one. For example, like we have this one in the center here.
Yeah.
That you can click and you just add it. So, and then you have close to 100%. Now you see I have here a form that it's customizable, that you can do it, that it's taking also where the pictures was taken, exactly the GPS latitude and GPS longitude. I will show you also how this feature can be added, or how you can keep track of all the results.
Now, Vlad, while we're here, can you what do those different colors mean?
These colors mean it's just made it to be easier to follow the counting in order to be sure it's working correctly. This can be changed very easily from settings. For example, from the tags, you can choose how many colors you want to have in terms of easy to follow. If I want to have only one color, I can make it everything red, for example.
Okay.
So I press save, and then I have everything red. So it's just visually to be easy. You see, it's too much red now. It's hard for me to follow if I missed something.
Now, just to the left of your cursor, if you come left with the cursor, is that a cow there? I know. Now come up a tiny bit, up a tiny bit. That red dot just above the cursor, is that a cow or is that? Oh, it is. Oh, it is. Okay. For I was zoomed out, I couldn't see. I thought it might have been a cow pat. Oh, there's another one missed to the left of 41 there.
Left of 41. 1 second.
41's just to the left-hand side of the shot. Keep coming left, bit further left.
Yes, of course. Yeah. So for this type of images that maybe it's not perfectly 100%, you have the count review that is making a little to press and to zoom in. This review can be done like this, or you can choose to be even more granular with the review. I will show you here in the review. You can choose, for example, to have approximately 10 cows for each grid. So now if I press count review, it's showing me where I have detections. So I can go, you see, maybe here was a cow, but actually I think it's a dog.
Okay.
Detected.
There's a bird, yeah.
So here you can move this from the left, and you can go left very fast, just to see you have the 100% accuracy for the count. You see, I'm
Okay.
doing like this, and I have 100. Now I'm 100% sure that it's 100%. Now we can,
Now, has the
yes.
sorry, Vlad, has the system learnt a little bit about not only those cows but that field as well now?
Yes, it's very important because in general we have cows. I will show you in more in brown soil, not on green. So it's possible at some point this type of dirt, if it become bigger, for our software to be able to confuse with a cow. But yes, the background, it's important in general, but we have enough images now in order to differentiate between different type of backgrounds. I can show you another image that is done perfectly on green. It's still cows from Scotland. So if I press count now, you see it's another image. Also now
Mm.
it detected pretty well, but you see it detected also this one as a cow. It's
Yes, it's got the yeah, the
uh,
water trailer. Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah.
it's made a mistake because it's looking from far above. It's looking like a cow, and just one. I don't know. I don't know exactly. You see, it's very hard to decide.
Sure. Yes. Yes.
So that if for us it's hard to decide, also for I can place it, but I'm not 100% sure that it's a cow or not.
So how long? All right, let's say I was to pick a particular farm near me and
Okay.
consistently go out and fly over the same cows in similar fields.
Yes.
How many goes will it take for the system to learn my cows, as it were?
I think more. We need like 20 images for that type of background. You see, we have backgrounds for pens, for example, like this, that we
Yeah.
learn. This is actual one of our customers that are using to count in pens. This, and they marking like this in order to count pen by pen.
Right.
So where this is a real use case, and we are using all the time. Of course, it's very hard to see the background here. It's much more different from the other ones, and the cows are melting, are with the background.
Yes. Yes. I understand. Yeah.
But we are
Yeah.
still detecting very well. As you see, we have very good detections for them.
So So what is the optimum height to fly these missions over cows then?
It's not necessary that we have an optimum height. I think this is a good optimum, is to be for a human to see pretty well this is a cow, not to be just a spot, for example, or
Okay.
to be neither from the side. So it's we don't have a special. We can add here, for example, we have the latitude, longitude. I will show you now how we can add altitude with this. So we have now a special form that can be customized based on what user wants, what metadata. Maybe they want to keep track of the farmers or the farm name or any other data, or cow species or anything. If they want, they can customize here. We have videos on our how-to page, how to work, and how to do it. Now, what I want to show you is that you can extract from data from the images info. So I choose
Hmm.
from GPS, and I can choose. 1 second. I will choose here. Okay, sync with image metadata, and I will choose the GPS, and I can choose from here also the altitude, for example. So you see,
Yes.
it's telling me
Yes.
that this image is taken from 35 meters.
Yes.
So this image is pretty okay for the cow. It's entering a lot of cows in the image in order to be okay, and also the cow are pretty visible in order to differentiate it. Also, it's depending on the type of drone that you are using, what quality of the image has.
Sure. And assume then that, like, I've got a Phantom 3 Professional, quite old now. I assume a Phantom 4 Pro would be more than up to this sort of job now.
Yes, you see, you did this from, you see how clear is this one? It's much more clear, and this was taken from 1,472 images.
Yeah, that catches you out a bit because, of course, that's GPS altitude above sea level.
Yeah.
If I was at 1477, there'd be very, very big cows, wouldn't they? But,
It's taking
but
in
okay,
this
well,
this information is taken directly from the photo metadata.
yes, yes. So but they're obviously putting the GPS altitude, not, and that's my height above sea level, not above of ground.
Not
Okay, I
about,
see that one in the middle. That's a very good. A couple of them really are merging with the background, so that's a really good,
yeah, like this
a
one.
really good example. Yes, yeah, I'm looking at that one. Yeah.
Here,
Um,
regarding the GPS, we can try to add the GPS. I think we have another information that we can add. 1 second, I will show you. Is the GPS reference? Maybe that one is showing you. Okay, so sea level. So it's telling you that it's the sea level.
yes,
So it's about sea level. It's not the ground.
yes. Um, so, funny enough, I said naughtily in my other video, I was quite interested in actually counting the cow pats. So, could you change it to count the cow pats in the field as well? Could you count anything that's there? Could I count those tussocks of grass, see what area they're covering, or anything else? Or how would I change what I need to count in images? I didn't put that very well. I'm sorry. And to add to that, another chap I know, or another chap's been asking about counting seals. It's something they do
Yes.
down at the coast with a clicker, and that might be a good idea. How would we change animal?
So basically here we create some templates. You will see also on our store to count also seals or plants. Also for agriculture, it's very good. I can show you also some examples of that to count the plants. We count pineapple plants, for example, in for one of our for our customers. So here you can choose what type of for example, I have plants. You can choose what type of animal you want to count. Maybe for livestock, we can do something combined if it's the same. But for example, for sheep and cows, we have different templates. I can show you in our site. So if you go to http://countthings.com and counting templates, here is showing you all the templates that we have. So we have a generic one that is trying to count anything, is trying to decide what is in the image and try to count that. And we have for different industry, for the industry of rebars and tubes, all the metal industry, for ball screws, for the pharmaceutical industries, for vials and bottles cap, also pills. We have for the wineries, clients that are using to count the grapes and to categorize by size. We have people
Well,
that are
that's very interesting. We were talking about that just last night on our weekly hangout. Is there any chance? Do you have any examples of grapes? And
yeah.
can you tell me how? Can you unpack that a little bit for me? I'm sorry, I'm going to ramble you around. This is very interesting.
Yeah, I will show you soon as we finish. I will bring also some images with grapes, and I don't know if you are interested also about plants from drone. We are counting
I
also.
am. I am very interested in that because I tried to do that with the incumbent software 2 growing seasons ago here, and it really didn't work. And I tried for a couple of weeks and made several attempts.
But
And at that time,
also for plants, we need to have images. For example, for these plants, usually are this type of plants that are more like a flower, like this are pineapple plants. So we are counting this. But if you want to count other type of plants, everything is based on examples. We can create it free of
yes.
charge. We can create templates for you, and like that, you will have something that you can use. And for
Well,
the
it was
life,
row counting. It was row counting that we were wanting to do as seeds emerged. That's what we were after doing.
an entire row or just plant by plant.
To count the number in a row, and then because normally a farmer will walk down and just go with a clicker, and then of course not got so many plants emerging, then he'll get money back from the seed distributor. So as to speak to that, to see how efficiently the rows were planted over a greater area, because of course if he goes with it, he's not going to walk the entire field with a clicker. But if we could get a bigger area, we'd have a more accurate number
Of
to go
course,
with.
it can be done. It can be done by defining areas. We'll add also maybe in the future, I hope in 1 month, to have a possibility to define multiple areas. You can define each row, and it can give you the answer for each row, how many plants you have emerged on each row.
So at the moment, what are you counting with? Just pineapples emerging, or pineapples that are there?
Yes, but all the plants that are similar with this type of images. I can show you how the images look. I can show you one here. So you see it's taken from the drone, but see it's looking like this.
Okay.
So
that's quite high, isn't it? Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So everything that is similar with this, it can be counted. Now, if they are totally different, or then it's possible not to be so accurate, but everything can be updated and created as a template.
Okay. And then I guess a pineapple looks like a pineapple wherever it is in the world at a certain stage of growth.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So do you have many images of corn and wheat emerging?
No, we don't. So basically,
I've got hundreds. I'll send you some.
Please send it us for as many as possible, and we can create. The idea is that we are working directly with the customer. So we are creating for our customer the templates in order to help them. Some of them will, maybe they don't need it, it will work directly, but some of them, if they are not working directly, will help them to make it work for them. So it's something that we are providing to our customers, and that we are proud of it, that we help them and in their process in order to make their business easier.
Yes. No, that's very good. Yeah, I'm dragging you around a bit. Did you want to take me somewhere else in what you want to show us? I'm sorry, I'm distracting you.
No problem. So here you will see all the templates that we have for different industry, also for logs. From South Africa, we have clients that are counting logs pretty often. So pretty often, all the time actually. So they are using our software. I want to go to the livestock, and you see here for sheep we have a different template. For now, we have sheep on a green grass, but we are working now to add it. We have images to be sheep on a brown soil. And I want to show you the sea otters. I want to show you.
Oh, yes.
We have also, but this one is for this type of sea otters. You see small ones on the, but there are also sea lions that are a little different. Let me just.
Yes.
Sea lions that are a little different, but we have a template that is not here. And you see you have also for pigeons. So
I see that one. Yes.
So we have we can create templates for any live animal. If it's taken from the drone, we can learn it. Now
I'm gonna. Sorry, after you.
So basically, another option is to work with for animals that you don't see in the grass, that are too small, maybe rabbits or other things, to work with thermal images, thermal cameras. Thermal cameras, each animal can have special temperature signature, and we can learn that.
And do you have any examples of that? Because that would be very exciting. I know here there's been great problems in Kruger National Park with thermal imaging, both from the relatively low-cost sensors to the ball turret, super expensive sensors with false positives. Rocks at night look very much like a person, and they stay looking like a person most of the night. So I know there's been issues with FLIR.
It's depending on the color temperature. If a rock has 37 degrees temperature and it's looking like a person, it's a person.
Yeah. I know.
So
would that be a more accurate way of counting cows at night, potentially?
Yes, in the night probably yes. I don't know exactly the temperature of the cows, how it is, but as long as other objects like the ground not to have the same temperature like the cow, usually it doesn't, in order to
Mm.
blend in totally, then yes, it will not be a problem to count the cows, but not with the current template. It needs a special template.
Sure. And when I just to come back to wildlife use cases rather than farmed animals, I'm going to put a bid in because all the people that do that sort of thing have no money, but they have a definite conservation need. So I'm putting a request in for them. Can they have a discount package for genuine conservation? And now I've said that little rant, what would this cost me? So there's 78 cows. What's this costing me to count them?
Basically, it's not per image or per that. You can count thousands of images without. It's based on subscription per device. Now, from client to client, it depends on the number of devices. We can apply some discounts and based on what we are doing. But our standard price it's in our website. So here on home. But again, it's if they contact us and they have multiple devices. So here, if you have only 78 cows, maybe you want the basic plan, that it's only $80 per month or $800 per year. But again, it's something that we can discuss depending on how many devices they are using it. If they create a group, so for multiple devices, we give discounts. For example, at least above 5, you have a 50% discount from the plan. So instead of $1,000, you can pay only $500. But I told you this
And that's
one, yes.
Sorry, that's processing using the app. I only tried with the desktop version.
Yeah, the desktop
so
version.
that's
The desktop version is the most advanced, but you can use the mobile version. On the mobile version, we'll have also this part of the forms that will be added soon in the application. Now it's depending what you want to do, how big are the images, for how big is the screen. For example, if you're using an iPad Pro of 12-inch, it's easy to be able to review with zoom, to see, to add tags, to miss tags. But if you're using a small phone and you have small cows, small screen, it will be very hard to review it. So it's depending how you want to do. For the plants, for example, you saw the images. Let me open to show you how it can be done. Also for plants, to show you a count. Hello, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. Still hear me? Yeah.
So basically here, how it's done, they define an area like this. They drag it to cover most of the row. They can adjust it as they need it, so it's not necessarily rectangle.
Yeah.
So they do it like this, and then they just press count. Now, of course, for these plants cannot be 100%. So for that, the review mode it's helping a lot. But before, everything was done manually. So think about to count thousands of plants manually by clicking.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
you see now it's drawing. Probably will be. You see 4,000 plants. Now you see, because being so red, it's very hard to follow. So it's for us it was easier just to have different colors like this, in order to know exactly how to review it. And you can make the text size smaller. So you see the detection,
And
it's pretty good. Now,
will that give me a number X plants per hectare or something like that, or just a pure number?
it's just a pure number, but you can enter here if you want to add different forms. You can enter here, okay, this is 1 hectare, or you can add it's half. I don't know exactly you see this image, for example, it doesn't have any value of GPS value.
Yes. Yes.
So
And
here,
yeah. Okay, so I could name. So let's say that area is always an area of interest over a growing season. So
Yeah.
I could name that Northfield, and I could say it's 2 hectares. And next time I come to process an image, can I say that's Northfield? Now tell me how many plants are in there.
So basically, yes, you can save it, but it doesn't. If you open again that image from the same GPS location to tell you is the same image, is the same hectare. This is what you're
Yeah,
asking. Mm,
yeah,
we are not doing reference back. So basically, this can be implemented as a custom thing for if a client asks to be able, if it's the same GPS location, to make correlation with the previous value. So that can be done. So it can be done, but at this point is not able. But like what you said regarding the name, it can if you have predefined names, you can add a drop down. For example, I will show you an example here. So name uh, to example, and here you can add. Okay, you said north. I will put just north
yeah,
area. I will add another item, south area, then east area, just to show you that
yeah,
east
yeah,
area. 1 second, and let's add also west area. Okay, so I created this. Maybe this one you want to enter area HA, like how many hectares
yeah,
there.
yeah,
So now if I press save and exit, save, you see I have here the data and the hectares, but this, it will not bring me any value if I don't save it somewhere. So
sure,
I need to
yes,
go to settings, to the CSV export, and here you can see that I have a CSV file that I can choose how to be, and I can choose, okay, I want also the GPS altitude, I want the area, and I need a name to examples. Now I can arrange this as I want it. Maybe I want the name to be the first one in the line.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So I can move it to be exactly the first one. Then maybe the file name, I don't need it. I need to be the last one. I need a date. I need the count items, GPS, longitude, altitude, and the area to be before, after the count, maybe after the count items. So it's here after the count items. And here you can choose where to save these results. So now it's saving to specific folder, but maybe I want to rename it. I want to make it in livestock. Okay, I just press save. Now if we open, actually we can do also this one. Let's say it's one. Let's say south area, and I will press save. It's saving it
mm,
big. It will take a little time. You will see that you'll receive a confirmation here when it's saved. And on that confirmation, you can press it and it's opening the file where it's saved. Being so many and so little, it's taking a little time to save,
mm,
but not
okay,
too much. But for the cows, it's doing instantaneously. But here there are many objects. So you see
yeah,
it's saved. If I press this button, it's opening on another screen, but it's opening the data. So what we have in this, we have the input photo that we use it for counting, the original one. We have the result photo. This one is the image with the data on it. Let me open it. So you see here is the image with the results, with the name, with the total count, the date, and our website. All this
okay,
data can be
yes,
customized. You don't need to have all this. You can bring from the form if you want the GPS location, if you want the area, the name
yes,
of the area, you can add it also here. I will show you in a minute how it can be done. So you have the result photo. You have an editable version. So basically, maybe you did a count and you want to review it later. You can open it later and do all the correction. You're starting exactly from the point where you saved. So to do more correction,
okay,
it's a live image, and the most important thing, you have the CSV file. that it's saving, and you'll see here you have the name, South area, how
Yes.
many items,
Yes.
hectares,
Yes.
date, GPS, and this we didn't have values, but also the values are entering here. So you have all this directly in the CSV, so you can keep track of all the data that you have.
Mm. Yeah, well, instantly, well, I don't know. I'll have to ask some farmers because, of course, I'm not a farmer. But I can imagine that as plants begin to emerge, it would be quite useful uh, to survey the field once, and then a week later, when more have emerged, and compare and contrast results. But I'm going to have to ask some farmers about that. I think that's the thing with these, and it's great that you're working with users because you're actually creating products that people want rather than just making up what you think people might need. And that is something that is sadly missing in our world. Silicon Valley invents things that aren't needed.
Yes, it's exactly. We are working with our customers in order to make the product based on their needs, not on what we are thinking they are their needs.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm guilty of that in my thinking. So I'm gonna have to go and find some farmers. I'm gonna have to twist your arm for some more counting and see if we can create something of value locally to us here in South Africa.
Yeah, so here
Yeah, which
I just open it another image and I change the template and you'll see it's working. We can go to the next image. 1 second to be a little
so
bit.
if
Yes.
I go and fly again over these same, well, if the cows are in that field, and pop the results in, and we should see I should see better results next time.
Yes, the idea, I want to show you something regarding the images that you have. So basically
Okay.
here, 1 second to enter to the livestock. Let me open it and go one by one and to explain you what our app can do and what it can do. So this one is no problems. This one from the top. So this
Yeah.
one it will work and we can train in order to make to work very well. But the other ones, just 1 second so this one are okay. The other ones here, okay, 1 second to find it. Okay, here. So here, let me open it and to go one by one. So but this type of counting, we are not able to do it. Besides, are very small.
Yeah.
Being from perspective, the closest cows are different also in sizes. So it's not helping.
Okay. Yeah.
Here it's big. When you go here, it's just a small dot.
Yes. Yes. I get you. Yeah.
So for our software to work, it needs to be like this from the top.
Okay. Yes. Now, I thought it might get on better with those ones, and it did.
No. It's this one. It's working, but not so good because you see here, it's pretty clear. We are
Yes.
looking for objects that are pretty similar all over the image. But when you go
Yes.
here, it's starting to be different sizes, different quality.
Yes.
So this type of
Yes.
perspective is not helping us. This one, it's okay. So this one, even if it's we can try even right now. 1 second to open file location. You can drag also to our software. So let's count. So you see you are with 100 meters more than the previous one.
Yeah. Yeah. This is good. I like it when people are brave enough to put their apps on live, and we don't know really what the result's going to be. I like that.
So you see it detected not so perfectly because are a little small, but here this
Yes.
type of images, it's we can work with the count sensitivity and probably it will add most of them. So it's no, you see now if I using the count sensitivity, it added most of them. You see it's also double, but in general you'll see make it bigger a little to see it better. It still miss one or like this, but you have almost all of them detected. But this type of images, if you have If you send me 20, 30 images, I don't think it will be any problem for us to obtain very high accuracy. So for this is not a problem. But
well, I think at the end of the day, you might, as the end user, when you know your fields and you might send an automated flight. Obviously, these are hand flown. You might do an automated flight of vertical images, and then just throw them all into the system.
Yes.
Could you, if I did an area,
yeah.
Look, this is a long thin area, and with the GPS, you could work out that one image is after another. Therefore, that cow must be the cows will be repeated in each image. Could you then work out a count for that slither of an area, or would it can only be per shot?
It's the idea that I know the drone. So we had also other clients, but also the drone file system didn't work very well. You can make one big image from multiple images.
Yes.
So also that can be fit to our algorithm to basically you create like the entire pictures with what you count, and we count on that. Also that can be done, but it's depending a lot because that software didn't give even the software from the drone didn't give very good result matching everything without doubling, because
yes
the main problem when the thing is moving, because also the cows are moving.
Yes.
So when we are moving, maybe you take the pictures and some cows, even if you are matching correctly, some cows from previous frame can move in the next frame, even if we matching the tiles correctly in order to create like a map.
Yes. Yeah. No. Absolutely. Yeah. Very often errors in that sort of way of doing things. And do you see a point where this might get to, if you had good enough imagery, to recognize an individual cow and see if it's there again, just based on its pattern or shape or size or whatever?
That is depending on the quality of the images. If you are images like you took the one that are very close, but even these ones, some of them yes, but like this, I don't know.
Sure, but really, could the software get to that point where you could recognize individual animals with the correct imagery?
Yes, it can be done at some point. So if this is requested, it can be done to detect.
Okay.
So this one, images like this, it can be done. So to recognize like this type of patterns, but this will be done mostly at request for clients. Basically, okay, I want to recognize always to recognize the individuals, and we can do based on that because it's still by learning. So that can be something that can be more custom. So it can be done, but black cows, it's a black cow. You cannot differentiate.
yes.
Or
unless you paint it. Yeah.
But this one that they have different patterns, yes, that can be, we can make it to recognize and to classify. Okay, to tell you, we see this cow, but with images of this type of quality.
Sure. Yeah. Now go on. Show me the grapes. Show me the grapes. I want to hear about cow. I can't believe you can count grapes.
1 second. I will prepare right now. I wasn't prepared with the grapes.
Yeah, no. Well, it's something we spoke about last night, and it speaks to just how low you might need to fly over crops or
but not
whatever.
The grapes. It's more like the beans. It's not counting the grapes from the drone or the winery. You see in the image that 1 second. Usually the template images that we are using are pretty representative. So these are used by the wineries, and you see these are grapes.
Okay.
Small grapes like this, and
right. Yes.
And they are made it make it for to separate by sizes and to know when the harvesting time is done. So also maybe the grapes from the drone, we just need to see it if we can differentiate, but also maybe the grapes from the drone can be done. But you see, these are, and we do it for beans, for cherries, or for berries, everything that it's like this.
Okay. And what would the end user do? He'd have to set them up over a particular background then, and then then he's analyzing, he or she's analyzing
The
something
sizes.
about a
Yeah, the
property.
sizes,
Yeah, a property.
how
Yeah.
many were big, how many were small, in order to get the quality of the wine.
Gosh, it's a crazy world out there.
Yeah.
Find myself, yeah, so many interesting things. Cool. Well, that's grand. Have you? So what? Where do we move from here? Can I try some more photos and see what happens? Make another video.
Yes, you can try other
Perfect.
photos, but try it as I told you from above, perpendicularly,
Yes.
and it
Yes.
that can make it to will can make it to work. I told you everything it's made by examples.
Okay, that's grand. And Vlad, have you explained everything that you'd like to explain to us?
There are more features. It's very advanced
Okay.
here.
Show
So
me, show me some more advanced features.
here in the how-to, it will take me one day to explain you all the features.
Okay.
So, but I
Okay.
will show you
But then
some
obviously
regarding the
on.
how-to. There are many
Okay.
things. We have also database integration for more advanced farmers that they want to keep track in a very system, but not just the small farmers that are recognizing. They are doing just locally for their farm, but uh, big farmers that I told you with the pens that they want to know by each pen or by each farm. They want to centralize all the results somewhere. That is more advanced features that we work with databases. We can integrate with SAP, MySQL. I can show you here. There are endless features that we can work. So you see, we have integration with different type of
Hmm.
databases, SQL, Oracle, SAP, MySQL, everything. Now we have,
So what might I? Sorry, Vlad, to butt in. So what might I do? So I'm the farmer that owns several large farms, and let's say I own 4 farms, and I've got 4 blokes with Phantom fours coming into this a lot, and they are taking these numbers. So they put this into they would log into countthings.com, and whichever way they do it, then they put this into the database. Then how would I, as the very wealthy farm owner living in the big house in the city, how would I then check my data? Is there a central way I would then go and look at the data in your system, or is it coming into my database?
it's coming to your database. It's not coming to our system. So here in the settings, in the forms, I can send you also some video. Every field can be integrated directly with the database. You can save directly to the database. You can save even the image to the database, but also the count results, GPS location, every metadata that you need can be saved to the database. And you can then you can customize. You can come to us or you can speak with somebody to send you daily report. You have in that
Yes,
farmer so many things, or we detect it,
yes,
and you can say we have also expected count results. Maybe you expected to have 300 cows in that farms, and in the last count or review you have it 280, so you can receive like
yes,
an alert or
yes,
something like that. That is not the necessary, somebody needs to review it, maybe the images or something, because now basically what you said regarding the counting, we can do it even to count automatically from a folder. So basically, if you have the drone and you take hundreds of pictures, you can place all the pictures to a folder. Our application will count automatically everything in that folder, and then you just need to open it to see if it's correct or not. You don't need to stay to open each image and press count, each image and press count. You can press open, count, save, and next image, and when you open that editable version that I showed you here. So
yes.
basically, if I put here, it's telling me if I don't want to save, and you see it's opening. One second, it's opening this one. Okay, I lose my. So it's opening from the point I remained. You see with this, and I can make
Hmm.
corrections again to add it, to delete it. So you don't need to stay in front of the computer to open each individual image.
Sure. Yes.
And this
Yes.
GPS latitude, longitude, and altitude can be saved automatically. Only the things that you want to add manually, you can add it only when you do the reviewing. if it's needed. But all
Sure.
the data from the file can be saved automatically to the CSV files.
Now, you can't actually put a position to any of those plants, can you?
Like a GPS position.
Yeah.
We could, but we don't.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
something that we can.
Because then, of course, if you had a problem in the fourth row halfway down, you could say to the farmer, "It looks like, or they're missing in this area." So could I geotag this in? So if I saw something on that image I didn't like, could I?
What we save, we can save. We're saving a JSON file or the CSV file that you have the XI coordinates, but in
Yes.
pixels
Yes.
for each image, for each item.
So the EXF data, EXIF data, that's the center of the image, isn't it? The very
Yes,
sort of center of the cross.
it's what
So
it's
can
the
you work
application.
out?
Yes,
So with the height, and you're going to have to talk slowly now so I understand. Could you move the cursor and say that this problem is at this point or whatever, or under the cursor have the GPS position? So if I saw something on an image, I could then save me a bit of time going and finding the thing because I could just plug it into my GPS and go and look.
yes, that can be. I think that can be done pretty correctly. But I will need more. Is not the altitude from the sea level. I think I need
Yes,
altitude
yes,
from the ground in
above
order
the ground. Yeah, yeah. I think
So
that would be a really useful feature. It would be to do that.
we can add it, but I don't know if we have it in this one. I don't know if the images give us above the ground the information. So if we don't if you don't have from where to take it, it's very hard to.
Yeah. Yes, I don't think that'll be in there. It would be in particular in the DJI gear. It would be in the flight the data recording with the barometer altitude would be in there. It would be in there.
So
Because it
basically,
would
if
have
we
marked the takeoff.
yeah, so basically, if we have like that, if we can get that data or export it, if we know the height automatically for each image from
Yeah.
above the ground, then that can be calculated.
Yes, I think that would be very useful. And similarly, to be able to draw, I'm talking at you now, sorry, not listening to you, to be able to draw an area. Let's say I could see very obvious area of weeds in there, so I could annotate the image with the weeds, or I could see there's a break in the fence because I've got my lad doing the flying and I'm miles away. But if I could see a problem with the field and then annotate the image, I'm sure that would be very, very useful. And then say go and fix the fence there or do whatever, or there's a drain pipe broken or
Yeah.
whatever. I can't think of a good example.
If you have the GPS here, anyway, you can. It's
You can
telling
get
you
it close
exactly.
enough, yes.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, get
getting
you close enough.
close
Yeah.
enough. You
Yeah,
don't get exactly at 1 meter difference, but for that we need lidar images more than just this. Lidar images are more accurate in terms. It
so
gives you
well,
more information.
that's a really good point. Are you working with LiDAR data?
We work with LiDAR data. We did also a project with many LiDAR images, and if it's needed, that we can work. The idea is that we need to use a third-party software in order to integrate with LiDAR images. But yes, we can work also with LiDAR images.
And is that using both the point cloud and the imaging camera that they tend to have them on as well? Are you combining both?
Yeah,
Or
we
is it just the
combine.
point cloud?
No, we're combining. Usually, we are combining both to get also the altitude and different. Over there, you have altitude of each meter, so
Yeah.
for each point. So we did a project. It's not in the count thing the lidar data, but again, as I told you, if somebody is requesting and it's coming to us and it's committed, we can integrate with also with lidar data.
Because at the end of the day, I mean, LiDAR is the way it's all going. You could gather so much more data
It's
as you're
depending
going by.
what it's expected from the application. If you want just to count the cows, you don't care about the lidar data. You don't care what the altitude
Sure.
is, or like that.
Yeah. But you've done a lot more, in that suite with that sensor. You've potentially got a lot more work done. You can use one bit for for the counting, another bit for your checking your drains maybe, and even down to checking fences.
We did for a
It is,
client. Basically, what we did for a client is that the one that are doing drainage in areas that are very flooded. Usually, we create a system in order to be able to automatically create the drainage system and the grades and everything in order to be a correct plan.
yes, I want I want a lidar. I want a lidar badly, but I don't think I'll get it past the wife because I've got no good reason to have one. It's like I want FLIR as well. But yeah, lidar is definitely a very big part of everybody's future in precision everything. And they're only getting cheaper. Good old technology. It only gets cheaper and easier as time gets by. So I, just need to look down the sofa more frequently. Now that's very exciting news. I'm very interested in that.
Yeah, so yeah, it's possible. The idea is that we have the knowledge to work with Lidar. It wasn't a request until now to work with Lidar on counting.
Yes, yes. There's well, not so many out there. Such expensive things, aren't they? But that will change. All these things will change. They will be. My prediction here, here's a prediction: is within 5 years they'll be standard on the low end models of DJI and various other drones. It won't be super long range, but it'll do. It'll do, and it'll the same price as they are now. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
And that'll open. But yeah. Anyway, let's not go down that rabbit hole. In fact, we're going to have, dear viewer, if you're listening out for lidar stuff, dear viewer, we are going to be having another lidar chat soon, actually, with the guys in America. Okay, cool. Look, I've had you for nearly an hour of your time now. Is there anything else you would like to show us?
No, just let me know when you have the video for me also to see, and let me, if you need any help or take more images, just upload it and I can assess it. And I told you everything, it's updating all the time. It's not, we don't use only the images from you. We are using images from all our clients, and all the time the templates are updating and improving. So it's not something that we have it now and in 1 month is the same. Probably in 1 month, if you press update templates from here, so here you have update my templates, new things will come updated.
Well, that's Vlad. Thank you very, very much. Stay on the line once we finish, but thank you very, very much for taking the time to talk to me. And thanks very much for reaching out when I didn't have so much success. It's very impressive. Not a lot of companies do that. So brownie points won and awarded. I look forward to trying it again. I'm going to go out and find some farmers locally here and ask them what would they like counted and what would they like, and see if we can make a valuable use case for them. Let's see if we can work together and do that. It's a very interesting topic. So once again, thanks very much, dear viewer. Don't forget to tune in every Tuesday at 2100 GMT for drone stuff this week, when we generally talk nonsense. I hope you all we're running into the weekend now. Have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you all again very soon. Cheerio.